Hey, I'm DeAnna from The Bachelorette, and you're watching The DomenickNatiShow.
Do you stay in contact with Jesse or any of the guys from your season of The Bachelorette?
I have not spoken to Jesse since the day I flew out of Colorado. So don't
Okay.
plan on revisiting that whatsoever in the slightest. And then, yes, I keep in touch with several guys who were on my season. Graham Bunn, he's one of our great friends. He and Steven love each other. They golf together. So he's probably like my closest friend from my season of The Bachelorette.
Claire Crawley, right? Left mid-season as The Bachelorette. Do you speak with Claire? And if so, how is she doing?
I do talk to Claire, and we kept in touch a lot during her season when it was filming because I had the opportunity to go and be on an episode for Claire's season. And, you know, the cool thing about it was I was the only one who knew the outcome. I was the only one who knew, you know, that she really loved Dale and that she really wanted to be with Dale. And then in the end, ultimately, that she left with Dale. I was really the only person who knew that. So I think it made it pretty easy for her to have somebody to be able to lean on during the process because, you know, people were hard on her. You know, you go on social media, people were really mean and very judgmental about Claire and how she was on the show and the way she came off and the way that she only fell for Dale. And so I think it was nice for her to be able to have somebody to talk to and lean on through the process. So yeah, we talked a lot. Steven and I had the pleasure of joining Claire and Dale for dinner one night when they were in LA, like in hiding. So that was really awesome just to get to see them together as a couple and get to know Dale because we were supposed to film a date that day that I went, you know, to Palm Springs to film. But we pulled the date because ultimately it was another kind of goofy date. And she'd already done the dodgeball date where everybody, it was like stripped dodgeball. And she just didn't want to do that to the guys again. She was like, you know what? Like, I have a good group of guys. I don't want to put them through something silly again. Like, what I really want is to just hang out and get to know them and talk. And so I commend Claire for standing up for what she felt and really pushing that aside to protect the guys. But you know what? On a television show, you don't see that. Everybody just like gives Claire crap and like she just spent time with Dale and shame on her. And that's not at all how it was, you know, and even the chat with Claire and I, you saw 2.5 minutes of that chat. And we sat there for 2.5 hours and we talked about, you know, all the guys, all the dates, the connections that she was having with a couple of the guys. We talked about the issue with Yosef and the way that he treated her and talked to her the night before. You know, we talked about so much, but of course it's a television show. And I think ultimately people forget that. And it is edited. And what you saw was her being like, Dale, 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 and me sniffing his pants and then call it a day. Like, that's just, you know, there was so much more. So I just felt like I love Claire and I'm happy for her. And I'm happy that she got her fairy tale ending. And she and Dale are like the real deal, you know. So I just wanted to stick up for her. And I just wanted her to know that she was loved and she was supported.
Like, what is staged? Like, what are they, how do they, where they say, hey, why don't you say, do they kind of coach you on what to say or coach you on what to do or set up things or try to set up altercations? Which of those are actually staged by producers?
So something that I didn't realize when I first went on the show is that the producers are trying to tell a storyline for each person, right? Each contestant has a storyline, and that's not something that I really knew when I first went on the show. I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to talk to these guys and I'm going to be able to fall in love and know everything about them. What I didn't realize at the time and what I failed to get a grasp on is the fact that they are telling a story. Hopefully it's a love story in the end, but they're trying to tell a story and each person has their own story, right? There's always the one who's lost a parent and they have that connection, or someone has a daughter at home and they're nervous to tell that, or there's the virgin or whatever that is. So I do believe that the producers are trying to get those storylines out and told, as well as bringing those things to light with The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. So I think that answers your question.
I mean, like, do they say to you, like, do they try to create drama amongst, like, when you were one of the girls? Do they try to, like, incite drama and fights, you know, so that...
I think they definitely don't stop the drama. I'm going to be very careful what I say here because I still work with them a lot and I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me. But
top guys for Tayshia.
I like Spencer. I have my top 3 right now. What I like Spencer. I like Easy. And I wish I could remember the name of the guy that she went riding horses with. Is that Blake? I don't know. I'm hoping someone will tell us in the chat down below. Whoever it was that she rode, I feel like it's Brendan. Brendan, is that his name? I can't remember.
Oh,
Brendan.
okay.
Yeah, look at me.
Yes.
I'm doing
So
really
top
well.
3.
I watched the show or something.
We got there. Spencer, Brendan, and Easy.
Yes.
That's your top 3. Okay.
Yeah. So far.
Okay. Brendan. There we go. Will Tayshia stay until the end or leave early like Claire?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
there is so much chatter about this. And I am a stickler for not reading the spoilers because I want to watch the show for what it is, true to how it films. I only knew the spoilers for Claire's season because I was there. I filmed there, right? But I typically try to stay away from them because I want to watch the show and be surprised along with everybody else. I think Tayshia stays until the very end. I have not heard any rumors. Everybody has been really tight-lipped about what has happened since Claire left. I believe she stays till the end, but I don't know that there is an engagement, you know, because if you think about it, Claire was there for what, 2.5 weeks or something like that, 3 weeks. And then Tayshia comes. So what, she'll film for like 4 weeks. So I don't know if that's enough time for her to get down to a couple of guys that she has a real solid foundation built for a proposal.